So basically, I wrote this text for this zine that I made with my roommate. It's a zine on flags, and I wrote it for that occasion. I wrote it like a year ago, I think. And it's a bit of a personal text that talks about all the different flags that I've encountered, let's say, in my life. And the title of the text is When I Think of Flags. It's nearly 45 degrees. The deck is scorching. We're all glistening. Down below, the water is 21 degrees. The flag struggles to flutter, to rise, to give its symbol a bit of flair. It lifts up and then folds in on itself, jerking back and forth. Sometimes, the bass of bad techno beats gives it a faint breath. Barely perceptible, generic sounds. Red and white fabric flattened by the heat. We pull out the diving board and jump in, over and over. The sun beats us into submission, our bodies growing heavier. We're all scattered around different parts of the boat, near the bow, on the bench, by the skipper. He steps away to take a photo. We strike a pose, lying down. In the picture, the flag stands tall, puffing out its chest like teenage girls being told to sit up straight. The flag wanted to look good for the photo, with its blood red, its star, and its crescent. After all, one must look presentable on a yacht. I think of that old photo of me. Draped in that red and white flag, you can barely see my feet. I look like I'm floating over the floor of the Palace of Justice, a Tunisian ghost. The flag doesn't suffocate me, it merely adorns me, giving my presence some meaning. I look proud and dignified in that photo. Things are happening in this country. I'm not quite sure who or what they involve. I just know that the photo could go viral online. The Yasmine youth or some other sanitized allegory. I think of those Union Jack flags. They were everywhere in 2008. Britain had recolonized the world and teenagers' bedrooms. Blue, red, and white stripes plastered on walls, t-shirts, and shoes. A UK merch line distributed worldwide. At the same time, those flags popped up in hip bars thrown in as slapdash decor, stained with beer and stamped with black souls, disrespected flags in all their glory. The nonchalance of the era explains and justifies it. Flags are only respected in certain confines. It's August in Amsterdam, Pride Month, and her abdomen rises and falls under the late afternoon heat, still marked with the LGBTQ flag inked in marker. She insisted I join her for Pride. I feigned indifference and I quickly felt dissociated from her battles. The truth is, I didn't see myself in those colors, that flamboyance, that fight for your rights energy, when I felt like they already had all their rights. I couldn't see myself chanting liberal slogans for gays who were already free. My reality was different. In 2 days, I'd be back in Tunis, where Pride Month was a distant memory, where rainbows were so disconnected from the gay movement that they were printed on piles of flip-flops in souks, eventually worn by middle-aged men on a motorbike speckled with petrol and overflowing sewage. That was a rainbow back home in Tunis. Rainbows are only truly colorful one flight away. My mother looks up at the sky. She stares at a flag on some nondescript building. "Why is there a South African flag here?" she says. "Well, you know, the Dutch have a colonial history in South Africa." My sister and I exchange a knowing glance, complicit in our complicity with the homos. It's true, those two flags do look alike. Coincidence or laziness. I arrive at customs. The first flags appear. They aren't political, really. They're just meant to say I'm home. Small, discreet red squares, shy little reunions. I glance at them fleetingly before the customs officer fires off routine questions. He smiles at me. Welcome back to the country. Outside, near the exit, the large flags rise theatrically. They frame the perimeter. You are in Tunisia. She steps into the city hall. A satin cloth, blue, white, and red, floats above her head. She's dressed in her latest Issey Miyake set. She doesn't look Arab, not at first glance anyway. She has this air of an intellectual with a hint of Japonism, a perfect francophone. She collects her passport, her green eyes sparkling. She recites a few lines of poetry to charm the mayor's aides. Culture is so important, isn't it? She studies her passport, having chosen not to add a French middle name. She tucks it into the inner fold of her jacket and rushes home. She books a one-way flight to Tunis on her laptop. The rest can wait, no receipts, no visas needed. Corteges of black car follow each other. Sirens too, in rhythm with the national anthem. It's almost deafening, but also somewhat comforting. The nation exists, it is strong, it chants and hums, sprawling across the city street. The city is beautiful. The roads feel smooth as if you're gliding down highways. The walls are freshly painted the whitest white. The bougainvillea have been trimmed to fall poetically, in order, with no casualness. Across the city, red and white flags have been raised, fixed to lampposts. They'll be taken down within a week, and as if by magic, the walls will look dirty again, the asphalt will show its cracks, the bougainvillea will shed their petals. It's the no flag effect. It's green, then white, then red, tricolor and classy. It's my other flag. I first saw it at my grandmother's place when she showed me her medals presented by the president. A mark of civic excellence, bordered with gold thread and Roman script. I had already seen it, that beautiful green, white, red, on sunglasses, watches, and sports cars. I thought it was a flag of class, not of a country, a unifying symbol for those who love coffee, powdered sugar, well-aged wines, sauces that stain Kashmir, gleaming sports cars, and the diesel fumes wafting from yachts. An apolitical green, white, red, a watered-down flag, the flag of luxurious idleness. Thank you. Also, I wanted to say thank you to Noah, who invited me, and to Folder, of course, and to Diaspora Radio. Super happy to be here. And if you want to get the zine, you can talk to me, or if you want to see it, just come see it. I'll be here. Thank you.